Since update 20, the Bloxfruits player count has gone through the roof, so why not just make a really detailed guide to help the new players that has just came in? Because there isn't enough guides on Bloxfruits, right? Right? This video will also be very specific and I really hope it helps y'all. First things first, when you spawn in, you get to choose either the parrot side or the marine side. Choose the parrot side. This is because if you're in it long enough for the long haul, eventually you'll be able to summon a sea beast. I believe you can summon a sea beast even if you're a marine too, but as a marine, you won't be able to attack other marines. Second, explore the current island. The set home NPC is kinda self-explanatory. It sets your home to the current island you talked in by, the Bloxfruits dealer. This is where you will be able to get your fruit for belly. Each fruit has a chance at being in the Bloxfruit dealer and it resets every 4 hours. You can pause this video to actually see the chances because I am not saying that. There's no way I'm saying all that. Anyway, if you make your way towards the quest giver, this is where you will slowly die inside. You will be sent to defeat 5 bandits. Once you do, come back and do the same thing. Rinse and repeat until you reach level 10. Do not spend your money. Save it. You will need it. For now, just use your combat. Once you reach level 10, go down to the docks and you will see the map. It's not really that useful because if you turn up your graphics, you'll be able to see most of the islands. The compass at the side of your screen will lead you to the island that you need to go to finish your quest. But before we do move on to the other islands, there are a few basic details that I need to say. Your UI. We'll talk about mobile first. I won't be helping you with the console. There are a bunch of guides on consoles. I don't have one myself, so I'll just be helping with mobile. The speaker button. Do you not want music? Tap that to take it off. In the setting button, there are 3 buttons that you really need to know about. The counter. The counter is basically, when it's turned on, it will show you how much damage you do. But be aware that you have to make it be consistent or you will lose the damage. Fast mode. This is for low-end devices. It does take a few seconds for it to turn on, so you have to be aware of that. Enable PvP. You don't have to worry about this. We'll talk about it soon. Crew. You'll be able to form or join a crew at level 300. Just be aware you probably will never be in the top 3 unless you are of value to the Bloxfruits team. Harsh reality, I know. Allies. You'll be able to ally different people in the server, causing them to not be able to hurt you. If your friends join you, you will automatically be allied. Reward codes. You can redeem codes that were given by the Bloxfruits team. Here are all the codes that I could find that aren't expired. Stats. Each time you level up, you'll be given 3 points. If you somehow get a fruit by someone giving it to you and you want to use the fruit, put the points in Bloxfruit. It'll make it deal more damage. The same goes with sword. Melee determines how much stamina you will have and how much damage your melee does. Defense determines how much health you have. Ignore gun. Do not put any points in gun or I will personally... The shop is self-explanatory, but I did say that it was going to be a very specific. So, permanent fruits, if you buy it with Robux, of course, you will have the ability to switch your fruits, but be aware that the current fruit that you have, assuming that it's not another permanent, it will be lost until you eat the same fruit. Don't worry though, it will save, so if you do get it back, it will stay at the exact same mastery that you left it on. 2 times experience. I mean, it gives you 2 times XP. I don't know how to explain it any further. Fragments. Don't worry about those yet. Money. It's money. Don't... What am I doing? What am I actually doing? I don't advise you to get this because you're going to be grinding a lot, so you'll get a lot of money, so don't buy this at all. Respawn bosses. It respawns all the bosses on the map. That's it. That's really it. Refund stats. It makes all your stats return back into points, so you have the option to put back your points in the stats. Change race. Most likely, the race you are is human. It is a 62.5% chance of getting human, which is, you know, bad. 12.5% chance for shark, that makes you immune to water even if you have a devil fruit. 12.5% chance for angel, which slightly increases your jumping height. 12.5% chance to get mink, which increases movement speed to 1.5 dish speed. This race specializes in speed if you didn't notice. Also, when you buy the change race, you will not roll the current race that you currently have. So basically you have 3 chances to get the race that you want. Fruit storage. You currently can only hold 1 of every fruit. The more you buy the fruit storage, the more fruits that you can hold. 2 times drop. This only applies to bosses. Fast boat. This gives you the ability to unlock, well, faster boats. I don't think it's that hard to understand. Gives you Gives you a boat that can fly, actually. I don't know why they made, yeah, there you go. If you want a boat that flies, 2 times money. 2 times mastery. It gives you 2 times the mastery on fruits and swords, so you can get moves faster. I mean, yeah, it really helps if you're in it for the long haul, though. So if you have the money, I advise you to get that. Dark Blade. Don't get Dark Blade in the first sea. Fruit Notifier. Do not get Fruit Notifier in the first sea. And of course, the Roblox Premium, which earns you 25% off the Bloxfruits dealer's cousin. And in addition to this, it gives you 10% additional XP boost and a 10% additional earn money boost. And finally, close button. It closes the button. So, bet you didn't know that. There are also chests around that can give you money, but if I have to explain that, I really don't think you should be playing this game, or any game in fact. Actually, go back into the daycare, man. Just sit there. Take a time out. Go in the corner. If you make your way to Middletown, that should be right in front of the starter village. You could tell there's not really much there except for the Bloxfruit dealer and all that, but it's mainly just used for like a middle ground. There you should come across a new NPC, the gun dealer. Please do not spend any money on this NPC. If you follow your compass, you should make your way to the jungle and now do the exact same thing you did. Rinse and repeat. Please be aware that once you reach level 20, you'll be able to die by other players. Now this is where the enable PvP button comes in. If you die by the player, you'll be able to either turn it back on to fight them and lose, or don't. It takes 15 minutes for the PvP to automatically turn back on. Adding on to the fact, you're level 20 now. You can fight your first boss. He does have a stun ability, so you can easily die from it. Each time you kill a boss, you get honor/bounty, depending on which role you chose. And you also get honor/bounty with every kill you get. But keep in mind, you can only get bounty if the player is around the same level as you. While on topic of bounty, if you are above the 250,000 bounty mark, you will no longer be able to get bounty from NPCs. Now you only get bounty from killing players or killing bosses. The cap on this is 2.5 million bounty. That's why you may have seen a hefty amount of people with the 2.5 million bounty mark. Once you reach 2.5 million, the only way you can get bounty is just killing players. If you leave once it says bounty/honor at risk, if you do come back in the game, it will still deduct your bounty. However, if it just says in combat, you can leave and it doesn't take anything. You can only kill a person 3 times. After that, there will be a cooldown of 72 hours. Why so long? I have no idea. They really just don't want us to cheat in bounty. Once you're at the desired level, you'll be able to go to Pirate Village. If you're sick of using your combat, you can buy the dual katana for 12k. This is the island where you will stay at for a while as you grind. Once you come up with 35k belly, follow as I do. Air jump. It basically just gives you a few extra jumps. It's very convenient and it's pretty much a must get. Aura. Aura is obviously hacky. It gives you defensive buffs and offensive buffs. There are 5 stages of Aura. To upgrade it, you must either do damage to NPCs with it on or get hit by NPCs with it on. AFK overnight using an auto clicker to get it early. Don't worry about flash step yet. You need to save your money. The NPC next to the ability teacher is the color specialist. This NPC makes you customize your hockey color, which can be exchanged with Robux. It is fully cosmetic and does not help you at all. I don't recommend you to buy it because you can easily get it in the second sea. Once you're done, go back to the Pirate Village. Continue to grind, because that's the whole game. On the Pirate Village, I recommend you to fight Bobby. Then in the meantime, fight the Brute. If you want to level up fast, you can server hop. You can do this by tapping or clicking the server button and scrolling to the bottom, then pressing join. As you may have noticed, at the Pirate Village, there is a blacksmith NPC. Now I know I said I was gonna be specific, but come on, it's a blacksmith NPC. It's obviously gonna upgrade your weapons. I mean, it's not, who am I? Alright, once you reach level 50, you gain the ability to go. The cost of this will be determined by your level. Good luck on getting actual good stuff because the chances are, they're not They're not the best. Ignore the sand village. Do not go to the sand village. Keep grinding at the pirate village till level 90. Of course, you don't have to listen to me. You can go to the sand village if you want. Once you reach level 90, the compass should have led you towards the snow island. There you can buy the triple katana and the pipe. Don't, and I repeat, do not buy this garbage. Instead, either save, gamble, or focus on getting those abilities from the ability teacher. One more thing to add on to the snow island is the boss. The boss has the same moves as the Gorilla King, and ignore every other talkative NPC there. They don't really matter yet. After you're done with the snow island, did you figure out that fighting NPCs and going from island to island is all you're doing yet? You for some reason go to Marineford. I really think Marineford should have been like one of the final islands. I really like the design of it, but we're getting sidetracked. Guess what? You get to grind even more, but this time you cry for 3 hours instead of the usual 2. Okay. Speedrun Marineford. Ready? Okay. Boss has a chance to drop Whitebeard's coat. The chance, I wish I knew. Weapon dealer, still garbage. Parlous, he gives you black cape for 50k. It's good. Get it now. Greybeard, raid boss spawns every 6 hours. If you kill him, he gives you 3 levels and 10% chance to upgrade your Vice Central to V2. Alright. Calm down. I know my explaining skills are too much for y'all. I know. But seriously, I do really recommend you to get that cape, the black cape to be more specific. It's in that tower. I should have shown you by now. I really recommend you to get that. It doesn't really matter, but it really can help during the first sea times. It's the Sky Island time, yeah. After Marineford, you get sent to a really far out place, which is basically cancer to get to if you don't have the light fruit, which you should get, by the way, or any fruit that flies. If you don't, enjoy that 300-meter stairway.
Chris forgot to mention the fighting style in the pirate village. It wasn't his fault because he's cool and all that. So basically you can find the Dark Step teacher's fighting style here, and the cost is 150,000, so if you're poor, you simply can't get the worst fighting style in the game. But if you are planning to play the game long term, it is advised for you to get Dark Step and get it high in mastery. Also, did you know that I fell down?
The Skyland is where you can buy another fighting style. To be more specific, electric fighting style for 500,000 belly. A lot. And plus I noticed how I'm switching from belly to money, so it's the same. Alright, just act like it's the same. I know it's a lot, but it's kind of worth it in the long haul. Yes, in the short term, not really. No, it's not that much. But do make sure at least that you buy it throughout your Bloxfruit journey. In my opinion, Skyland is an absolutely awful place to grind. So if you really want to level up, yeah, you can grind there. But if you're in no rush, just go back to Marineford and grind there. And stay there till level 190. Also, there are 2 important NPCs that you should know about at the Skylands. They both depend on what you are using. The Master Sword Dealer, obviously he sells you swords. The Bicento and the dual-headed blade, both costing a large amount of money. For the Bicento, 1 million, and the dual-headed blade, 400k. And the second NPC, named Yoshi, he sells you the Tomoe wings. I don't know how to pronounce that. You can buy those for 500k. This accessory grants you 10% Bloxfruit damage, so both of these really do help you depending if you main Bloxfruit or sword. You're pretty close to level 200 there, buddy, and it's time for you to get in the puzzle business. You're going to prison, which means you are almost level 200. This means you are eligible to do the Saber quest. The Saber is a sword that is actually the strongest sword in all of Bloxfruits. It is kind of weird that it's available in the first sea, but what are you gonna do? The first step is to go to the jungle area and activate all the buttons. Follow what I If the buttons are dark green already, that just means you already pressed it. After activating all the buttons, go under the quest giver. You will see a hole like this. You will see a poem on the wall too, with a torch. Go up to the torch and grab it, then go to the desert island. Once at the desert, go to this house. Specifically, you will see a curtain. Equip your torch and go up against it. It will burn. After it burns, it will reveal a room showing a poem and a cup at the side. Afterwards, head to the frozen village. Go to where the ability teacher is and stand under the ice stalactites with the cup equipped. You should see water droplets coming down from the ice stalactites, causing the cup to be filled. After you have it filled, exit the cave and enter the house right next to the sword dealer of the east. You should have found this sick man inside. talk to him and select help. After, go to Pirate Village and talk to the rich man. Since he for some reason can't afford a hitman, we have to go and hunt down the mob leader. The island is pretty much next to Pirate Village, so it won't take that long. Once you defeat him, go back to the rich man and he'll give you the ancient relic. Go back to the jungle and specifically go to this wall and hold it out. It should then open and you should see the saber expert. If he's not there, someone probably killed him. This all depends if you're in a public server. If you're in a private server and you just joined, you have to wait 30 minutes for him to respawn. It is a very hard boss if you're a level 200 due to its enclosed area and the red slashes he does every few seconds. After you kill him, he'll drop the legendary sword, Saber. Alright, next. Psst, psst. Make race. What? I don't think Bloxfruits is that good. What? I mean, all we've been doing is just grinding, you know, when does it stop? Oh, sure, I'll tell you, in the other room, no problem. Oh, alright, sure. Hey! The prison. Assuming by now, at this level, you must either have gotten the funds to either buy a small fruit, or maybe someone has given you a fruit, or you just rolled one. I very much advise you to go for the light fruit, magma fruit, flame, or ice. Really, any Logia fruit will hold you safe in the first sea, but the real one that you should be focusing on is the light fruit. It's just the main fruit that you should get. The main cause of it is just because it has left clicks. People call it M1s in this game. I don't know why. I mean, probably just mains, left clicks. I guess it means the same thing. You know, I think it means the same thing. And the fact that it can travel over large distances in a short amount of time. So why do I say all of this? Well, first of all, if you're grinding the NPCs at prison, or in fact any bunch of NPCs in the game, having a Logia fruit will grant you the ability to not get hit by normal NPCs. But do be aware that this only happens if you're a higher level than the NPC. If you aren't, you will get hurt, and this does not work with any boss. Do not think this works in any boss. They do not care. But back to prison. Once you reach level 220, all you should be doing is fighting the boss. After unlocking any of the bosses at prison, you should only fight them. To do this efficiently, of course, you will have to server hop. This will of course get you a lot of mastery for your weapons, for your fruits, a lot of levels, and a lot of bounty / honor. Some pointers to help you. If you don't have much health or just don't want to fight the bosses head on, just do exactly as I do. You can do that with both the Warden and the Chief Warden. Unfortunately, you're gonna have to fight the 3rd tier boss head on, Swan. Once you reach level 250, you'll be able to go to the Coliseum. My advice to you is just to keep on grinding at prison, so you can rise in bounty a little bit, and levels of course. It will be a tiny bit slower, but don't feel obligated to do what I say in this video. You do whatever you want and go wherever you want. Alright, after telling you that, I'm gonna proceed to tell you what to do. Assuming what the average Bloxfruits player doesn't have the patience to stay at prison until level 350, just grind it.
Prison.
They also have a 50% chance of having Haki, so even if you have the Logia fruit, they can still hit you. Also, on the topic of Magma Village, if you haven't been able to get Flash Step, you can do it now, if you have the funds of course. Another tip for grinding that really helps your quality of life, it's just basically rounding up your NPCs and just killing them at the same time. You hit one, you go to the other, hit them. It's kind of common sense, you know? So if you didn't know that, you know it now. It takes less time just to go by 1 to 1 to 1 to 1, and you can get it faster. Do keep in mind that you can't go that far with NPCs or they will teleport back to where they spawn. Once you reach level 375, you'll be sent to the underwater city. You can do the exact same style of grinding here, at which you either take the boss server hop route or the normal NPC grinding. And plus, I know I mentioned Haki before, but having it at stage 5 can be a big help, so if you can, I do advise you to AFK with an auto clicker. For PC, you can get OP autoclicker from Microsoft. It is free and easy to use. For Android, I'm pretty sure you can easily get one on Play Store. And iPhone, yeah, I cannot help you there. People do say how you can get an autoclicker on iPhone, but I don't want to take that route. I'm good. And as you can probably tell, if you're at this level grinding, without 2 times XP, it's really a pain. So if you do have the necessary Robux to get it, you obviously can. But do be aware to take advantage of the current events in the server. For example, at the time of making making this video, there is a Death King event where you can get a random surprise that gives you items for 50 bones, a stat refund for 150 bones, and 300 bones for a race change. In the first sea for now, meaning that's temporary. The upper sky. Have you shriveled up into the dry grape yet? Well, you still got more, you dumb piece of... In the upper Skylands, which you can access by going to the regular Skylands in the temple, the upper Skylands is one of those places where you either really hate it or love it. You really hate it because you're staying up there for a massive
175 levels.
Or you like it just because people literally have to go out of their way to kill you. Or I don't know. Like, you like the scenery probably, I guess. I don't know why you would like the scenery out of all things. I don't know. I don't know what people like. I guess the upper Skylands has a wide range of variety in terms of bosses. Alright, catch this. You get a blowy up boom boss with the rocket launcher. I mean, come on, that just speaks itself. And you know what? Let's just put in the electric god and Nell. Normal casual stuff, as you do. While you are in the Sky Islands, there is an important ability that you will need, Observation Haki. The person who sells it can be located at the top of the temple that is close to the Thunder God. Your level has to be over 300 and would have successfully defeated the Saber Expert. If you have completed all of those tasks, you should have the ability to get the Observation Haki for 750,000 money, belly, I don't know. Well, pick one of those. I'm gonna save money for the rest of this video. Once you get it, you will be at level 0. To upgrade it, you must use it and dodge. Every dodge translates to XP. To get to max level, you need 2,800 dodges. When you do, you should have 8 dodges. With Instinct, you can dodge both NPCs and players' attacks. But you have to know that some moves can instantly break your Instinct. Instinct also gives you the ability to see players and NPCs through solid surfaces. Distance does increase with higher level and also gives you the ability to see players' health and energy. You can farm for it, but I don't really advise you to it. Just use it normally when you're fighting NPCs. You can do it if you're annoyed and you don't have like any Logias, you can farm it, but you can just play the game normally and you can upgrade it. So that's what I did, and I didn't really have a problem with that. The last island. Most people probably quit by now or just got bored. For the last island, Fountain City, it doesn't really serve anything, To be honest, it's just annoying to farm there. I just recommend you to fight the pirates closer to the quest giver. If you fight the secondary pirates, it would take way too much time to be going back and forward, and you'll waste either your personal time or just your 2 times XP time. Oh yeah, and the boss farts. And there you go. This is pretty much it. Hey. How the hell did you survive? What? You forgot to tell them how to get out. I forgot to tell them how to get out of the first sea. Alright, okay. The requirements for this is, of course, to be level 700. Go to the prison first and talk to the military captain. He'll basically tell you go to the frozen village island and kill a boss. Go to the same cave where the ability teacher is and go to this door. Hold out the key that was given by the military guy and it should then open. All you need to do is kill the Ice Admiral. He's pretty easy, so you shouldn't have any problem. After that, some useless text of the devs trying to make lore will show up. Then go back to the military guy at the prison. He'll tell you more useless attempts at lore. Read it if you want to, I guess, and go to Middletown. There you should find the experienced captain, and he will take you to the second sea. And there it is. If you want a bad second sea guide, I don't know. Most likely gonna do it anyway. I mean, what are you gonna do, Maybe I should adopt a dog. Bye.